Hey, everybody, welcome back to another edition of Gruber Wired. I'm Mark Beach.
I'm John Dotson, and how about them D-backs there, Mark? That look right
Why
there.
you got to go there, man? Why you got to hate?
Hey, I'm not hating. They had a great season. Come on. You still have to stand behind them.
Yeah, no,
They had a good time.
way behind them. No, they're fine. You know, they were sellers at the deadline, and they still made it a race at the end, which is good. I mean, that's totally fine.
They got a great organization.
I'm
good
okay
ball
with
club
that.
over there.
Yep.
You know, can't win them all, right?
Yeah, no, you can't. So, not to jinx it or anything, but I think today and tomorrow will be the last 100-degree days of the year for Phoenix.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. It's finally feeling like some fall out there. Well, you know what? I noticed the temperature in the evening and in the mornings. We're down there in the 70s now, overnight compared to 99 overnight.
Right, right. Well, yeah, and if it gets to 100, it's 100 for like 5 minutes, and then it starts going back down.
Off
so
we go.
And it's supposed to be in the 60s at night this weekend.
Yeah,
so
that'll be
ready.
a blessing.
I'm ready for that.
TikTok Dodgers for Life says D-backs won early vacation. Yeah, they did, didn't they?
Let's go Philly. Let's go Philly. I'm going to be rooting for the Phillies.
I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
No. Beat L.A.
Hey, but what about the Mercury? Right?
They're in the
doing well.
finals.
Finals, yeah.
How about that? With no Diana Taurasi, no Brittany Griner.
Yeah, so we got Mercury going for us. We got Cardinals going for us, right?
No, we've lost 2 in a row now.
Yeah, we're going to win the rest. We're good. We're going to win out, hit the Super Bowl. It's going to be a great year.
You say this every year that I've known you. Yeah. So he's not quite tethered in reality, folks. Don't place your bets yet. Not based on Mr. Dotson.
Yeah, right.
But, so what do we got going today? We're going to talk about some fun stuff, I think.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. I don't know if you out there have had a chance to play around with AI. AI is just blowing up like crazy, right? We're seeing all sorts of information out there.
Yep.
Things are taking place, and it's speeding fast. I mean, this stuff is regenerating itself quicker than you can think.
Right.
And so I know we're still what I call in the toddler stage. Right. And what happens in the toddler stage? They kind of fumble around a little bit, trying to learn your way, trying to learn as we go.
Yeah.
And so we're seeing some of that, transfer through when you're using your AI.
Well, anybody that's used it already knows, there's some really funny symptoms of AI, and it gets a little pushy sometimes.
It can.
So, we've played around with it, whether you're looking for text or facts on something, or you're looking for images to be created. AI is a personality for sure. And depending on which one you use Grok, you use OpenAI, ChatGPT, Bing, the Microsoft version of it, or whatever. There's just all these nuances, and we'll talk about that. So we've come up with some fun AI glitches that we've encountered or dealt with over time, and if you can relate. Make sure you comment right now. We can answer your questions because we're live. So make sure you do that. Send us your questions. Send us your comments. We'll read them live.
You know what I thought was funny recently here? Elon Musk sold his AI to the government.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So he went in, he sold it to the government for 42 cents.
Really?
Yeah. So he took that technology, got their AI up and running, and literally sold it for 42 cents.
That's incredible.
And you know what 42 comes from, right?
No.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's what was comical. I mean, it's like, wow, Elon, really?
Well, did you know, not that we want to deviate too far off this, but he just became the first person to hit $500 billion in net worth?
I know, and they're saying that he'll probably be the first person to get to, first trillionaire. Yeah. That would be something.
Couldn't happen to a better guy. I like Elon.
He's fun. He's a fun guy.
Yep. He's got a good heart for America.
Yeah,
that's what I gotta say. All right. Well, so the first thing that we came up with was AI gives you confident nonsense.
It sure does.
I mean, I've never seen an AI more insistent on doing things, the way it wants. Then when you ask it questions, and I think this kind of goes along with gaslighting, you ask it for, like, I would ask AI about Robert's Rules of Order, like, what page, what section, does it refer to this related to running meetings or whatever, and it would just say what, and give me this confident answer, and I'd grab my Robert's Rules book to look it up, and the page wouldn't even be there, or the section wouldn't even be there, and I would say that doesn't exist, and it would come back and say, oh, you're right, no, look here, and then I'd go look, and guess what, it wasn't there either. You really have to check up on it. What's this?
What'd you put up there, Cass?
I found this because it kind of pertains to what you're saying. Like, somebody had asked it to put an alphabet together, and it's so confident that it's right.
Look at the
when
violin.
It's not.
The P is the queen.
Is that umbrella?
There's no Q.
Yeah.
What is this letter?
Yeah, exactly. And it's got
why is there zebra twice?
There, and both zebras are different. I'll give it credit for that.
And Z for yacht.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Wow.
And
it got the first 8, 9, 10 right, 11 right, and then it glitched.
Well, it's got the elephant as a dog.
Right. Well. Oh, right.
You know what? There's a G, which is giraffe. I think we have another picture of a giraffe, don't we?
We sure do.
I think so.
Let's see that.
Yeah, let's see what's going on with this other giraffe here, which was AI created as well. Look at that guy.
How about that?
I like how it's my discount motorcycle store, too.
Yeah, Cass has got a discount motorcycle store there. Hey, Aaron, what do you think about that bad boy up there?
Oh, sorry, I'm on a delay over here.
Oh, are you?
I'm watching from my screen, so
Oh, okay.
I'm waiting for the fun.
Oh, it's there.
Well, yeah, the world has seen it. You can't unsee it either. Well, yeah. So, those ABCs and all that. It's just gives you stuff, and you ask for. Let's say you ask for a picture with 3 people riding a horse in it, right? Or there was one where I asked for a realistic stagecoach with a team of 4 horses, 2 by 2.
Yeah.
It gave me put all 4 horses side by side. And I'm like, no, that's not what I want. I want realistic 2 teams of 2 horses, 2 horses in front, 2 horses behind. Puts 2 horses in front and 2 horses behind the stagecoach.
Yeah.
So one thing that I've taken, and we're kind of getting ahead of ourselves, but I've taken to, especially when I'm creating images, if it doesn't give me what I want, then I go back over to ChatGPT. So if I'm working in Sora, I will go back to ChatGPT and I load the image that it gave me and I tell it what I give it my prompt, and then I say, this prompt generated this picture. I want to correct it. How do I tell you how to create this image?
Yeah, you have to ask it.
Yeah, how do I talk to you, in other words? And then it gives me the thing, and there's been more times than not where I've done that, copied it back into Sora, and it's still wrong.
Well, it's funny because I showed you earlier. I went into ChatGPT earlier today, and I asked it, and I just said, give me the percentage of how often you're wrong.
Right.
You're right. And it came back with this, yeah, we're actually quite wrong anywhere from 5 to 50% of the time.
Did you send that to her or no?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
And we can pull it up, though. Cass, put on ChatGPT really quick and just put in there, type into the comments, how often are you wrong? And it's interesting to see that it will come back and tell you, yeah, I get things wrong.
By the way, I just saw the giraffe. That is the best looking giraffe I've ever seen in my life. Scary, beautiful.
But you can see there, it'll tell you.
Well, then we got something else for you in a little bit.
He says they're usually accurate, and I can tell you a lot of times it all depends on your perception, too, and your expectations of what you're asking.
What you got said it was accurate between 5 and 50. It was inaccurate between 5 and 50% of the time.
Correct.
Depending on what you ask it.
Yeah.
So, same thing when you're talking about, I know people who use ChatGPT for legal advice. Mm-hmm. Be very, very careful.
Yeah.
It will gaslight you for sure. the second thing we had here was endless loops. So it does get stuck saying the same thing over and over, no matter how you ask it.
Correct. Sometimes it will.
Yeah. Sometimes I have to go in and actually have it reset, right? And just say, forget this conversation, open a new chat window and say, ignore everything we've discussed so far. And then it'll say, okay, what do you want to talk about? Or what do you need? And then you can start again.
Sure.
And hopefully you can steer it in another direction. But it does get looped.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if that has a lot to do with bots getting involved in that. You know, I'm not sure how the algorithms work with that.
Yeah, I mean,
Cass has a question there or a comment.
Yeah. Hey, Aaron, do you remember that time where you asked ChatGPT about the Transformer Megatron?
The Optimus was
Optimus Prime. Yeah, do you remember what he said?
It, like, totally freaked out.
It did.
It just stopped working and then just started throwing like the same thing over. I forgot what it was saying though.
It was talking about how Optimus Prime was a alien robot, and then he kept repeating, like, what? Robot.
Did it really?
Like,
Yeah.
It
So he
wouldn't
got stuck
stop.
in that loop we're just talking about.
Just went into infinity and I looked at her and I was like, I just broke the internet. Like, I broke AI.
you just freaked out ChatGPT. Yeah, no, and there's been some where, you know, I've seen TikTok videos with people, you know, talking, and it was the Apple AI one, but it would say, you know, they would say, count out loud from 1 to 1,000,000, and then it would respond back, I would like to do that, but really that's impractical, you know, and give a reason why, and the girl would keep going back saying, no, you don't get to make a decision. I'm the boss. You do what I say. No, I hear you, and it would keep getting this polite decline, no matter how she worded it, refused to do it.
Well, earlier today I was playing around with it just for fun. I said, hey, which came first, the chicken or the egg? Right? And it deciphered that it had to be the egg because we know that eggs existed prior to the existence of chickens on the planet. I mean, so it took it literal down to that point of view,
right?
And then you had to go back in, you had to play around with it a little bit, and then it kind of got stuck a little bit. That, you know, no, the egg came before chicken, egg before chicken, egg before chicken. You know? And I'm like, okay, time out for a second. Let's rephrase this. So a lot of times you have to understand how to use it in contextual context,
right?
And how you're going to ask those questions to get the answers that you're looking for.
Well, and you can control what information it gives you back too, because you can feed it facts.
Sure.
Like, you know, especially Grok. Grok, you can do this really well with, where you tell it, you know, you want an answer from this perspective. You do not want opinion. Let's say you want a liberal view on this or a conservative view on this. And then if it, you know, veers right or left, you can correct it and correct it and correct it until it gives you the answer you want.
Yeah, but see, that tells me you already know the answer that you want because you're directing it to give you the answer that suits your needs at that point in time.
Exactly, but that's that's the point too. It's AI, and so if you give it, it learns you.
It does,
and so if you keep, like, if you ask Harry's ChatGPT about John Dotson, it knows a lot about John Dotson.
It does because Harry's input that information there. Yeah.
If you ask Mark's ChatGPT, it's not going to know about John Dotson. Yeah.
No, so, I get you.
Yeah. You can you can manipulate it.
You can, and that's a good point that you bring up.
Yeah.
Because as you work through it and you use it, you can obviously subject it to your own personality.
Right.
So you kind of create it to work with you in the essence of who you are and the way you approach things.
And I was reading an article that said that, you know, it's better to be abrupt or rude almost with AI than it is to be polite, because it takes more energy from the machine to think of polite ways to say things rather than just factually stating stuff. For real. I read
we got to try that, Cass. Throw it back up and say something rude to ChatGPT and let's see what happens here. I'm curious.
Actually, I got frustrated. You know how we're redoing the websites
Yeah.
So I got frustrated the other day because I wanted a certain fan to be twisted or rotated to the right, facing right, and it kept on facing to the left. So I told it after the 11th time, I said, this is the 11th time. This is getting ridiculous. Why aren't you smart enough to figure this out? You are the dumbest person I've ever worked with. And it spit back with, something like I don't appreciate your negative attitude or something. Like, I'm trying my best. Like, it was just something. It did get snarky, but it was like, you don't have to act like that,
Yeah. Don't act
But I was
this way.
trying something different just to see if I can get it to rethink the way it was trying to take my instructions.
Just tell it you'll be happy when they release the new large language model and it gets shut down, and see what kind of reaction you get. Yeah. They don't like to be replaced.
No.
I'm going to have to go back and tell it not to hold a grudge when they take over the world.
The other thing, too, if you want to pop that back up, and let's do something simple, like ask it to create a customer service email from Gruber Industries.
Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah,
I
do
just
that.
did. I did this real quick.
Oh, did you? Yeah.
I asked it, "Hey, why did the chicken cross the road?" And it goes, "Hey, classic. Why did the chicken cross the road to get to the other side?" And then I go, "No, why did it actually cross the road? Like, for real?" And then it was like, "Oh, for real?" And was giving me like why it would actually cross the road. And I go, "Not to get to the other side."
That's good.
No, but here's a way in which you can use it. Just do a quick customer service letter or something of that nature. And this is actually a true application purpose right here, not so much fun and glitchy, but I just want to show that what it comes out with, because where I see the glitch being in this particular scenario is it doesn't sometimes come across all as very personal, and you can kind of tell the difference when you see AI
Sometimes.
emails and whatnot.
The best, so for me, the best use of it in creating correspondence, whether it's email responses or whatever, is for me to add the points first and then paste it in there and say, make this more professional but friendly.
Okay.
And then it takes the way I'm putting things and reconstructs it in a friendlier way.
Let's see, I can't read that from here. I apologize,
No.
but Cass, what does it say there? What did we get?
I hope this message finds you well.
It does say that. So it gives you a subject. So upgrade fiber optic speed with Gruber Communications, and it goes, "Dear customer name, I hope this message finds you well. At Gruber Communications, we know fast, reliable connectivity isn't just luxury; it's a necessity. That's why we're excited to offer a premium line of fiber optic cables designed to meet demands of today's high-speed world. Whether you're upgrading your home network or managing critical infrastructure for your business, our fiber optic solutions deliver lightning-fast data transfer speeds, stronger, more stable connections, improved security and interference resistance, durability durably built for long-term performance. And then it's like fill in the years of the industry.
Right.
Gruber Communications is trusted by thousands for quality service and support that goes beyond sale. Our team is ready to help you choose the right cable for your setup, whether it's for a short distance patching or long haul backbone connections. We love to help you make the switch to fiber and experience the performance difference yourself. Have any questions? Our technical experts are standing by at the phone number or email address. And then it goes, let's get you connected for better, faster, and smarter. Best regards, name, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I mean, just like that, you're able to pull that up. And, of course, it went out there and got some information about Gruber Communications to be able to use to generate this.
Right.
The one thing I would say is that, to me, it comes off as that's not my personal writing style. So I would use this and generate something like that, and then kind of reword it a little bit, maybe add a little of my own interpretation
Like
and
with
style
punctuation and grammar.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
You could always do what Mark was saying, where you could have it say it in a different kind of tone.
Right.
So you could always say something like,
And it does learn my style.
Yeah.
Because I give it how, what I want to say and some of the phraseology, and then I have it expand on it. I don't want it necessarily to change everything, but I want it to expand on it so that it's a little more,
Yeah.
there's a little more heft to it. I usually am pretty concise with my thoughts, and sometimes that's not the greatest writing style when you're responding to things.
Sure.
So being too concise can be seen as being abrupt or rude.
Mm-hmm.
So I give it my concise thoughts and have it fluff it up a little bit.
Put in there, Cass, just tell it to rewrite this with humor. Just to see what it comes with. We'll just read the first few lines, but I'm just curious what it would do. What'd you get there at the beginning?
the subject is your internet deserves better.
Okay.
We don't mean to get personal, but is your data?
Crawling like it's stuck in 2002.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's going back a ways.
Just a little bit. Are your Zoom calls frozen and more often than your leftovers?
That's pretty good.
See, and that's scary how well, I mean, it does.
I mean, just in a moment, you can get that type of dialect coming back at you.
There you go.
Yeah.
Tell it to talk like a pirate.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Arr. Hey, did you hear about that new pirate movie coming out?
No.
Yeah, it's rated R.
Are you ready for blazing internet speeds? We be hearing tales across the 7 servers.
That's great, right there. Arr.
Oh, that's really good. Okay.
Wow.
So anyway, yeah, this is a rabbit hole you could go down all day long.
I know, it's like bazinga, you know?
Yep, and that's AI. You know, you can have fun with it.
Yeah, you can.
But you know, there are funky glitches. You know, we talked about some of the textual things, but images. Let me tell you, it's like having a baby. You got to count the fingers and toes when you're looking at AI pictures.
Yeah, you do.
And make sure the teeth are straight, you know, and there's not too many. You gotta really look at images when you're doing that.
Yeah, look like there you go. Look at that cat. You stole the fish.
Do we have another AI image too, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, I think it's of a dog.
There we go.
Look at that. Look at that little chihuahua.
My, what big ears you have. Yo quiero Taco Bell.
Why are you saying that? Because I'm brown?
Well, yes. And what are you going to do about it? Oh, man. Yeah. So, you know, the idea is another thing that we've seen is like melted objects where you just, you know, you have people drawn and they just, something's just not quite right, and they're like,
yeah.
Especially when you have people standing next to each other, and you see somebody's leg in front of somebody, but they're behind them or whatever.
Yeah, you see
know
a
what I
lot
mean?
of that little distortion there.
Yeah, and you know, it's just one of those things where, again, you give in instructions, right?
Yeah,
and you have to.
You're going to get what you put into it. I can say that. If you're very general.
Yeah.
It's going to take, and you'll get all sorts of really odd textuals coming back at you.
Well, in some ways that I've learned on how to word things in Sora, when you bring Sora up, you there's on the main page, there's all these really cool images that have been generated, right?
Yeah.
And you can click in and see the prompt that they used. So you can copy that prompt. So if you see an image, I don't like what you want to do. You can paste it, edit their prompt, pop it back in, and you get something like that. So it's pretty cool.
That's cool.
There's and I know there are tutorials that you can, online courses that you can take or whatever, to teach you how to talk to AI, and it is a talent, it is a skill. AI will do what you tell it, but you have to tell it the correct way, and it's just another way. It's just another programming language. At the end of the day, when you build code for computers, you're speaking to it. You have to tell it the way to do something the right way.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
And so this is just that, and it's taking words that it knows and, specific, distinct instructions.
Yeah, and you can do that all day long, and you're still going to end up with what you would call the Camilla salad.
Yeah, so that's voice and audio glitches, right?
Yeah, that's all over the place.
Yeah, that's called the Kamala glitch, which is the word salad glitch.
Yeah. And it does. You get a lot of run-on words going on. You get a lot of just this kind of bizarre type of stuff.
Right.
And so you really have to be, like you said, a little more specific and detailed in order to get what you want to get out of it.
Right. And, practically speaking, most of what we're doing is related to, either chat, meaning asking questions or having it construct things for us, or images. But I have used some features to create short form videos where I'm either using voice, like a voice recorded speech, and then it's generating a video based on the voice recorded speech, or I type up a script and then it does the voiceover and the images along with it. Then I have to edit it from there, but that's a challenge too.
Well, what's impressing me is we're talking about the entry-level AI type of model, right?
Sure.
And so just using that, I'm still very impressed with the results we're getting out, even with the glitching, even with some of the distortion.
Right.
It just impresses me what you're able to do with it.
I'm
just thinking we're using the ground model. We're not even paying to use the upgraded, Elon Musk model here.
Right.
So I can only imagine where it goes from there.
Right. It's crazy. Well, all you got to do is look at either TikTok or Facebook Reels, and you'll know when it's AI. I mean, it's definitely something that
I think EV fans trying to say that you're insane.
They are insane.
Yeah, he's talking about you, Mark.
I don't think so.
I think so.
I don't think so.
I bet if we ask ChatGPT, if you're
go
insane,
ahead,
they'll
ask
say,
it if I'm insane.
Yeah, Mark's insane. Well, we'll find out what it says about Mark here.
Oh, God. All right. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it's something to learn. It's a skill. It's a job skill. You'll get out of it what you put into it. The investment in time and everything is well worth it, I think, over the long run. But you still have to check the work, right?
Yep.
At the end of the day, whether you're sending an email, whether you're publishing a paper or whatever you're doing, you're putting out the content. So it's always important for the user to make sure what you've got works.
Well, I think if everybody understands what this really is, it's a tool, but it's no different from this pen being a tool.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, or an artist having a palette. I mean, so it depends on how you want to look at it, how you want to use it, how you want to infuse it into the work that you're doing.
I think that's a great analogy. You paint with your words.
Yeah.
And they say a picture is worth 1,000 words. So think of it that way in reverse. 1,000 words equals a picture. The more more descriptive you are, the better the result, and you have to learn how to talk to it. And it's a lot of fun. I mean, I know we enjoy it.
We do. We do, don't we?
We definitely
we play around with it for sure.
Yeah, we have meme
wars,
mayhem.
I guess you'd say.
Meme mayhem.
That's what we can call it.
Yeah.
What you got, Cass?
I asked ChatGPT if he was insane.
If Mark's insane, what did it tell us?
And it asked for me
It
to
logged
use
you out.
the funny or slang, and I said slang use, and he goes, "So is Mark insane?" Well, if you tried to build a Wi-Fi antenna out of a coat hanger and a can of Red Bull, Mark might be insane. And then later it goes, Mark is absolutely insane, and we love him for it.
See? You're insane. Hey.
There we go. Well, thanks, EV fan, for opening that can of worms.
No, but I would like to say to those people out there watching today, educate yourself a little bit on this. Go ahead and get into these models, play around with them, have some fun with it, and understand on your own personal model that you're working with, it is going to find a way to adhere to you and your particular type, I guess you'd say, personality, right? It's going to remember that information. And so next time you go in, it will give you a different type of result to start refining the process to work in the nature of how you imply yourself.
Right. And remember, AI admits that it makes mistakes between 5% and 50% of the time, depending on the subject matter, I'm sure. So the end result's up to you as far as what you put out there. We've quickly reached the end of our podcast.
I know, right?
So please remember to like, subscribe, and share this podcast. We're here because of you. Make sure that you're here every Thursday at 3 p.m. Arizona time. We've got one more month before the time zone change, but it's always Arizona time. And we appreciate you for joining us today. For now, I'm Mark Beach.
I'm John Dotson, and this guy is insane.
Insane.